family money, this a triple threat. Really started with nothing, had to manifest. If you don't know your worth, they gon' give you less. Why they envy me? Cause I'm the best. MVP. My legacy is how they remember me. And I know success brings you.
Welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast. I am your host, Brian Keys, aka at BK609. I have my co-host here,
Vic Gurley, aka MVP Vic.
Chris Bruce, aka Detroit Mogul.
and we have the world famous KP, aka at KP on the mic.
Hi guys.
KP,
What it do?
tell us who is Courtney Pina or Pina? Is it Pina or Pina?
Peanut. There's no Enye.
No Enye.
I'm Cape Verdean. I'm not Latin.
Okay, y'all heard that, Cape Verdean.
Cape Verdean. I am a mom of two. I have a boy and a girl. My son's about to be 16. My daughter's about to be 6.
Okay.
I am a club owner of, might I add, the hottest club in the city, but that's neither here nor there.
I have to say,
And I do real estate. I'm a woman. I'm a friend. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter.
What's the name of the
Woman
club?
God. Lit Cigar and Martini Lounge, Tampa, Florida.
So listen, if you're all in Tampa, you want to come to the hottest club in the city, make sure y'all make your way to Lit Nightclub.
ladies, y'all better have y'all heels
You
on.
better, because I
Better.
don't do flip-flops, baby. We ain't
No
going to
flip-flops.
Wawa.
You
at
ain't getting
1 o'clock
in without
the
no
morning.
heels.
Fellas, I know them hairlines are receding nowadays, but look, that hat got to be forward,
Gotta be
okay?
facing forward. I'm strict dress code to maintain strict rules in my establishment because I want certain people want to party with certain people. So that's why I do it that way.
Okay. So look, why don't we get down to it? What is the dress code for men and women?
So for women, it is no beach wear, no flats, no sneakers. For men, no cutoffs, no wife beaters, no jerseys, no shorts. You can wear your J's because I know they cost a lot of money. I know because I spend the same amount on mine. You can wear J's. You can wear white shirts as long as it's a designer or has something on the front. You cannot wear Fruit of the Loom tees that you get from the corner store. No. Hats got to be facing forward. There's no weed smoking in my club. Weed smoking is a luxury, so it is still not legal. So I'm not obliged to accommodate you.
What's your hours of operation?
On Thursdays, 6 to 12:30 a.m. Thursdays is more of our lounge vibe. It's more, we got live music until 9, and then we go into our R&B, old school type of vibe. It's where you're going to meet people to network. It's where you're going to do business deals. It's where you're going to be able to have conversations with people that you don't know and grow. Fridays, we do live music from 7 to 10:30. And then after that, we do turn up 11 o'clock to 3 a.m. It's our DJ hours. So it's our bottle service hours. That's when we start charging after 10 and strict dress code enforced after 10. Same on Saturday. Every other Saturday, so second and fourth Saturday, we do a day party. And first and third is live music. We're about to launch Upscale Latin Night in Tampa because right now, in the community, if you're Latin, they kind of try to stick you in like the hood clubs instead of where, upscale clubs are at. So I decided, okay, well, why not give them a space? Give them a space to come, dance, party, have a good time where they can feel safe in downtown and where they can come and dress up and know that there's going to be like-minded people in the building with them that are not going to cause trouble, riffraff, and they don't got to be in the hood. So that's every first and third Thursday.
Okay. Now, a little birdie told me that football season is starting and you might be having something on Sundays.
So I am doing big game Sundays.
Okay.
It's going to be on first and third. Oh, you holding the microphone. Okay.
All of this.
Yes. So we're doing big game Sundays every first and third Sunday of the month.
Okay.
So it's going to start at 4 o'clock. This is because realistically speaking, we spent so long in COVID where we weren't able to go watch games. So I know that people are going to want to go watch the football games, especially since we won the Super Bowl and we're probably going to win again. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I mean, I heard somebody here at the table like the Titans, and I think I'm about to play them on my TV.
The Titans going to be on the big screen.
They not. So we're doing big game Sunday. So we start at 4, we go till like 2:30 in the morning. Just give people a different vibe. That day, there's not going to be a dress code because I do understand it's football Sunday.
Okay. How can people get in touch with you for like bottle service? Like, is there a Instagram? Well, we know Lit has an Instagram, but is there a specific person for booking, a phone number? How does that
Honestly
go?
speaking, I typically do all the booking myself. I'm a very hands-on type of person. I like to know and structure things a certain way so that I know I can fix the kinks first before I hand it over to somebody else.
Okay.
So I do all the booking. So they can text me at 813-638-6966. Any of their needs when it comes to Lit is going to come directly to one of my cell phones. Okay. Just so I stay ahead of the game. If there's a complaint or there's anything, I'm always the point of contact. And then they can do contact@littampa.com, which is the email. I respond to emails as fast as possible, usually within a 4-hour period. So
Cool. So we talked about Lit, the hottest nightclub in Tampa. So let's talk about how we got there, how you got there. What inspired you to become a club owner / entrepreneur?
So I actually started in hospitality when I was 19. I started working at Hooters, and I started from the very bottom.
I remember when you worked at Hooters.
Yeah, remember back in the day, I was so young and skinny. So I started working at Hooters when I was 19, and I worked from the very bottom, and then I started to train and become a corporate trainer, and I was training management. I was opening stores. I was doing all kinds of things. So I actually helped Hooters launch their catering division. So Hooters never had catering. I was one of the 2 girls. It was me and another girl named Nicole, and we would go door to door businesses, talking to people, launching Hooters catering. That's why you have Hooters catering now. In Tropicana Field, Hooters has a suite. We helped negotiate the deal where Hooters is the only suite allowed to outsource any type of catering food in any event arena that they have. So in Tropicana Field, Hooters suite is the only one that outsourced catering. So you don't have to get their food. So doing that and working my way up for so many years, I did it till I was like 31. It really taught me like how they were really specific and why they're specific on image, why they're specific on certain things. I sat on a board, so I did help with like the changing of the music that you hear in Hooters now, where it's more up to our times. Right. The uniforms are different. The tattoos you can see now, just making them more like, this is what today really is. We can't get stuck in 1983 where you guys started this. So right. I did help develop a lot of those things. And then I went to Lit, and I went as a bartender, and Brian is my best friend and my daughter's godfather. So like we've been super tight since I was younger, and he begged me to come there. At that time, like I was bartending so heavy in the city that like a lot of promoters and stuff were trying to outsource and reach out to me. But I was like, this ain't really I'm not trying to work in like a big nightclub. So I went to Lit, and I told Brian, I was like, bro, I cannot work here. This is like a man cave. It literally is a bar that sits 10 people.
I was gonna say, I remember that. I remember the first Lit.
Yeah, it was 10 people. It was a little L couch. And I'm like, I cannot. It was 800 square feet. I'm like, I cannot work here. This is like, what are we doing? So I said, let me do something that I think is going to help the business. Let me bring in hookahs. Because at that time, hookahs was starting to be popping like 8 years ago. And I'm like, let me bring in hookahs. You don't have to touch it. We don't have to do it. My friend owns the company. He's going to come in and he's going to take care of it for us. And let's just see if we can start attracting the females. So I knew once we got the females, we was going to get the athletes. We was going to get everybody else. So then Lit became this spot where everybody pre-partied before they went anywhere. And it was athletes, people with money. Like, I mean, they were standing outside. You didn't have a place to sit down, but you was in Lit. You were at Lit before you went anywhere else. And then we did our pool parties. And when we was capping out at 500 people and we had girls dressing up and athletes flying into town, I was like, oh yeah, we on to something now. So I just kind of like stayed patient in my season and knew that like, I'm going to get where I need to go as long as I keep my faith. But just stayed patient in my season, learning, understanding the business. And then we closed in 2017, December 31st, 2017 was our last day in Channelside because they were restructuring, becoming, what is it? Workman?
Sparkman's Wharf.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever. I haven't been back since.
Kicking
But
our folks up.
yeah, that's neither here nor there. But we just stayed patient, and like 3 years it took us going through bad contractors, like just going through COVID alone, like in the depression that we were going through and having to really hold true to like who we were inside and just grasp onto our faith stronger than ever was what really allowed us to get to where we are now.
Yeah, but hold on one second though. So how did you go from working for the club, getting hookahs, to saying, no, I'm an owner, I'm a boss?
I think because like I kind of showed them like, listen, if you listen to me, we can do things differently. But they're old. Brian's like much older than me. So it was me showing him, if we grasp this demographic, we'll stay lit. No pun intended, but we'll stay lit. But we have to do this the right way. And we have to capture them and provide a service to them that is so exceptional that we're almost treating them as if they're in our home. So we take care of everybody. When you walk into the club, like y'all feel like I'm probably one of the only club owners that you're gonna see that goes up to tables to make sure they're okay.
Yeah. Right.
That, hey, do you need anything? Do you need a drink? Do you need this? Because it's my face behind this brand. So I want you to be like, you know what? I don't get this service nowhere else. I don't wait for my bottles. I don't wait for anything here. But that goes hands down to everybody. Everybody's treated the same. So I went and I did that, and then we just waited. I worked at Ideal Image for 2 years, but it's so crazy because like I started going to church like right before I got the job at Ideal Image. When Lit closed, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I'm not getting any help. How am I gonna take care of my kids now? I don't have no job. So February the 18th, 2018, it was the first time in years, because again, I've been in hospitality forever, that I woke up on a Sunday early. So I was like pacing in my room, like, okay, I'm gonna go to church. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay home. And I had seen this church that my son showed me about going the back way to his dad's house. And I was like, my grandfather was heavy into faith, and when I was going through what I was going through, he told me, you need to find a church. His church was for Faith Christian Center in Rhode Island. My grandfather had passed. So I was like, heard his voice when I passed by the church. So I got up that day, I went to church, walking in the church thinking I'm cute. I ain't been to church. I'm like, man, this thing about to set on. So I go and I walk in, and I'm walking and my shoe breaks. And I'm like, ooh, I got to turn around. I got to go back home.
That was the devil.
Because I live like 5 minutes away from the church. And I said, no, you don't. So I rigged it because it was a tie-up. I rigged it, and I walk in. I sit in the last row of the church in the pew. And I'm like, all right, I don't know no praise, no worship songs, nothing. I'm just rocking back and forth like, all right, what am I doing here? Like, I don't know what's going on. So then I'm rocking and rocking. We about 20 minutes in, the other shoe breaks. I said, Lord Jesus, this is the devil. But when I tell you, when I left that service, so fulfilled and fed and in tears. Like, I walked out of church with no shoes on. And I was going back ever since then. 60 days later, and I was tithing. Like, I didn't even understand tithing at the time. Like, I was tithing my little $10, $20, because I didn't have money coming in. So I'm like, at least if I'm giving something, it's better than nothing, you know? So I'm giving, and then about 30 days in, I start giving $50. And I start giving $100. Now I'm dipping in my savings. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So literally April 16th, 2018, 60 days later, right after I started church, I got a 6-figure paying job at Ideal Image, doing developmental training and strategic training. And I was making $120,000 a year.
Nice.
But I told my mom, because she worked there doing payroll, I said, but I'm only going to be here for 2 years. She was like, how do you know that? I said, because God is telling me I'm going to be here for 2 years. It was July 10th, 2020, and I quit that job. Because
What church was this, if you don't mind me asking?
So now the irony is my grandfather's was Faith Christian Center, FCC. So I go to Love First Christian Center. So I go to LFCC.
Okay.
So I go with Pastor Jomo on Balm Riverview.
Okay.
I've been to that church.
Yes, I love that. I
check it
love
out.
That church. It's amazing.
I started doing
Shoot, I might go there
at
myself.
the high school.
Yes,
the Riverview
they
High.
started
So
at Riverview
we gonna
High
go
School,
together?
And
Triple
now
threat
they're
got to just
building a
make an
bigger one.
appearance.
We gonna go together? KP, you going with us?
Triple threat needs to
We gonna go
make an
together?
appearance.
Yeah, I
KP.
know y'all
All right,
see
we're
my
going.
Instagram.
Yeah,
We're
she'll be
going.
there Sunday,
We'll be there.
So we need to go there.
We're gonna check it out. We'll be there. I'm sorry, continue.
But yeah, so it was 2 years to the date, and I just trusted God. I got my real estate license during that time. Just waited again in my season. We opened in Super Bowl. Literally, it's 10:58 at night. We're screwing in light bulbs. I'm lifting up the gate, and 11 o'clock, it was showtime, and we've been lit ever since.
I want to highlight one key thing she said. For people that's watching, she said she waited for her season. That's important. You know, because a lot of people, they think that when you plant the seed, you're supposed to harvest in the same season. That's not, it doesn't happen like that. You got to plant the seed, wait your time, and then that seeds will harvest, and then that's when your time to shine. So anybody that's watching this, whatever you're doing out there, if you're not successful, plant the seeds like KP said. Wait till your season. The seeds will harvest, and then you will shine.
Water that soil.
Yeah,
And see, that's why we rock. Cause you caught the same word that I caught from the beginning. I said, "Oh, she said season."
Yeah, you
I hope
gotta
y'all
be
know what that
patient.
means.
Yeah, you got to be patient in your season because you got to understand who you're becoming in that season. You might not be ready for the next level, even though you think you are, but you might need to learn something in that season of patience. Not only that patience in that season is going to allow you to be more in his presence. And that's what he's asking you for. Get in my presence and I'll deliver what you need. So you don't get what you want, just moving how you want. It don't work like that. We here for a short time, not a long time. You
That's
better do
right.
it right.
So, in your season, opening a nightclub, right? That's a male dominated industry.
I deal with it every day.
So tell us about what it's like being this, not just a female, but a successful female in that male dominated industry.
It's a lot of, if you respect me, then you respect what I'm saying. That goes on. It's a lot of conversations I have to have with some real grown men and let them know the same respect that I deliver to you is the same respect you're going to deliver to me. And it's understanding that there's going to be people that see eye to eye to you. There's going to be people that feel entitled. But at the end of the day, if you really respect me and you rock with me, then you're going to do what needs to be done. I get it all the time. I get where people think that it's personal, vendettas against them if I don't do certain things or if I don't allow certain things. It's nothing personal, but in retrospect, I'm running a multi-million-dollar company right now, projected to do $5 million in a year in its first year. And I haven't even expanded.
Heavy.
You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm not going to do is everything that I waited for me and my kids, allow anybody to come in here and jeopardize that. I don't go into people's homes and disrespect them. I don't go into their businesses and disrespect them. So I just make it very clear the same is going to apply here. And if you don't like it, the door is there because we're going to get people to come here regardless. As long as I got alcohol and music.
As long as you got what?
Hookah, alcohol.
Alcohol what?
Alcohol. Alcohol.
Alcohol. Okay.
Music. And hookahs. We gonna be lit for a long time. And people want to party. People turn 21 every day.
Agreed.
Same way they turn 65. We about as necessary as a doctor.
So what's next for KP? Because it sounds like KP is not a gold digger, but a gold digger. So what's next? I know you got something next. I know this is not the last stop for you. What's next?
Expansion is the next thing. Franchising out, making Lit a bigger brand than what it is. We don't just want to be in Tampa. We will have 6 of them. In 9 years, I just talked to my business partner, 9 years I'll be retired. So I'll be 45 and I'll be living my best life with my kids and my husband. Hopefully, whenever that's another season. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting patiently.
We gonna get there.
But no, I mean that's the goal. The goal is to always go bigger. And in my time where I'm at right now, it's also my job and my duty to make sure that I'm uplifting those around me and helping and giving back to the community. So you will see me always participating in things that give back to the community. You'll see my team doing the same thing. We're very adamant about we're blessed. So in our blessings, we're going to share those too. But we will be expanding the entire lit.
So let's.
So what's those 6 locations, if you don't mind me asking? I know Miami has to be one.
Miami is not.
What?
I like that about you.
Because there's a lot of competition in Miami. There's no need for me to be there. There's no competition in Fort Lauderdale, though. There's nothing really in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm actually going to Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, Orlando, D.C., Houston, and we'll have Tampa.
I was definitely going to say you got to put one in D.C.
I was going to ask her if she's going to go back home. Rhode Island.
To Rhode Island. No?
It's different up there.
Yeah.
They don't party like the cities I've been in. And in that time, in the 3 years we were closed, a lot of what I did in traveling was not, I'm going to go out and party and have fun with my friends. I was going and I was like, hey, who's the owner of this club? Can I talk to them? And I was going and finding these owners in D.C., these owners in Miami, these owners in Fort Lauderdale, these owners in Houston and Atlanta. And I was talking to them and I was paying attention to everything. I was paying attention so much so to the transition in the music from a DJ. Like, I need to know how they transition to the next song, what vibes they creating. Are the guys dancing? Are the girls dancing? How often they playing female-oriented music versus male-oriented trap music? Like, do they play only trap music? And how do the guys react when they play trap music? Like, I paid attention to every detail. I would go into bars and I would screenshot and take pictures of what their menus look like, price-wise. What do people spend here in this area? So I know when I do my research how to make things work efficiently. At my spot, we transition DJs. We don't have resident DJs every single night because you're going to get a good vibe every time you come. Every time. You're never going to feel like you've been here, like, same thing I lit every weekend. Like, every time you come, you're like, yo, I had a good time. And the thing is, nobody's pissy, drunk, like nothing. Like, you have a real good time in there.
It's funny you say that because I've actually seen you go tell a DJ, hey, look, you need to play this. Like, you don't play. You are a boss, and you know, I know you're respectful when you talk to, you know, your colleagues, employees, or whatever it is, but you tell people what it is. Like, this is what I want.
They're not my colleagues. They're not my employees. Those are my family.
I like that.
And I treat everybody like my family. I got 31 people that work for me. And they know, like, I can show you text messages just from today. Like, I'm constantly telling them, I have your back. I have your back. We family. We got this. We're going to do this. But they have to understand that when I'm coming to you as a boss, but I'm coming to you as, this is going to make us better.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything that's going to hurt us. And I told my girls when they came there, I promise you, and some of them had never met me before. And they were literally trusting me on Super Bowl weekend. We hadn't been open for 3 years. We didn't know what we was going to get, but we knew the city was waiting for us, but we had no idea it was like this. Where I got every players from all the NFL in you guys were there Super Bowl, like, it was crazy. It was crazy Super Bowl. Like, we couldn't have asked for a better introduction to the city. So, like, timing is everything. And I had to explain that to Brian, too. Like, he was adamant going through so much, like, we got to get this open. And I'm like, you got to understand the timing, too. COVID, that was timing. That was God's timing saying, not yet. Be patient. Not yet. We wouldn't have survived if we would have tried to open that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So now we are who we are because we waited. But I tell them, like, you my family. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this together. So they're bigger than that to me.
Gotcha.
So you said one thing that you said you was waiting on a season. That season is husband.
Yeah.
So let's get into the reals. What a lot of men want to know.
What the whole city want to know.
The whole
The
city wanna know.
whole city want to know.
As a high value woman, what does it take for someone to even be attractive to you? Like for them to actually be on your radar, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand that you're focused. You know, you focus right now, you're building a multi-million-dollar business. You got expansion coming soon. And somebody take you off that focus, they got to be special.
Yeah.
Super special, right? So what does the qualifications look like for someone to pique your interest?
I mean,
I want to make sure you talk to the mic on this.
check 1 2 1 2. You listening? No, you have to be stable.
Okay.
You have to be, if you have children, you have to be a good parent to your children, very involved in your children's life. Because I have children, I'm not looking for nobody to be my kid's dad, but you're gonna help me build character in the little human beings that I'm raising, and vice versa. I'm gonna do the same thing to you. You cannot be with the foolishness, because I am so like, oh, okay, I've been here before. And I think that's hard for guys, because now the accessibility to females is right here. You don't got to know their number. You don't got to be in the same state as them. You don't got to nothing. But here's the thing you do got to understand. I'm not competing with none of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Honestly, I feel like where I'm going right now, it's like, do I date? Yeah, I'll date. But take you seriously, I feel like it would be a distraction to me. And for where I'm going, that's why certain things don't always work out for me when it comes to guys, because it's like, might be getting a little too distracted off course of what you're doing, because I do have to understand that, again, I have 31 people counting on me. I can't just be like, oh, I'm so smitten with you. Like, nah, bro, it don't work like that.
So does that mean that you're not ready?
I wouldn't say that I'm not ready, because, you know, I've been single for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned a lot about me during that. And I think the problem with people is we're so quick to jump into relationship after relationship instead of being comfortable in solitude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you know who you are if you haven't even taken the time to figure that out?
Right.
So I know what I'll accept and I know what I won't accept.
Gotcha.
And I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, well, you did this or you did that. And no, this is what it is. This you lay the foundation for how this goes. You want to talk to other people and do what you want to do? Understand the same rules apply. So be careful what you ask for.
Mm-hmm.
We could both be player from the Himalayas. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right.
But what we ain't going to do is distract me off of my course while I'm listening to your bullshit.
Yeah. Because you got your own money. You don't need to be flown out.
No.
Nah,
You
she
can
don't.
fly yourself. She could fly you out, nigga. So, so she ain't got to play.
Wait.
Not playing.
Wait. You ever flown somebody out?
I've never flown nobody. Now, if I'm flying you out, child.
You ain't never flown nobody out?
No, I'm not flying you out. I don't even let the people in my house like that.
Hey, I was just
Where
kidding.
you going to stay at?
Hey, I'm sure the people
If I
want-
fly you out,
the
I got to
people
pay
wanted
for a
to- the
hotel
people
room
wanted
because
to
you
know.
can't
I
come
was
in my
just
house.
Not really.
Because my house is where my children are, and that's our sanctuary. So you can't just be walking in my house. You got to mean something to me to be in my house.
But can he be a man that's trying to get himself to? Oh wait, you did say
Yeah,
he already got to have it
I was
together.
about to
He
say,
can't be getting it
how much
together. He
money-
got to have it
How
together.
much money does he have to make a year?
I mean, enough to provide, because
Just ballpark price.
We keep it 100 on
Yeah,
here.
just ballpark number what he has to
at
make.
least 100,000.
Okay.
So he can't be a $50,000 man. It's like
50,000.
the man that's he gonna cook, he gonna clean, he gonna cut the grass, he gonna wipe butts for babies, he gonna do whatever you need. He gonna be your support system.
He might be all right. But we can't go nowhere.
Especially, but I'm saying you trying to open multiple locations,
the thing
and the way
also.
you manage, you hands on. You ain't hey, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go over. Nah, you like, hey DJ, I don't like this song. Change it. Where these people bottles at? They waiting. Not that that's happened, but you like, hey,
3 to
y'all
5
make it
minutes,
happen.
3 to 5 minutes. You got to get them.
So
I mean, here's the thing. I think that whoever he is, I will know who he is. And that at that time, I'll make the decision. Okay, God's telling me that's that person. I'll feel it. I'll know it. But the whole, I'm trying to get myself together. Baby, I'm 36 years old. If you anywhere close to my age and you trying to get yourself together, we ain't it. We should have been where we needed to go, or at least in the right direction. Like, you got roommates? I got roommates too, and they don't pay no bills. So no.
The kids. How old did you say your daughter was?
She'll be 6 in October.
6. Okay, so she's not at the age where she's looking at mommy like, mommy, I think I want to do this. Yeah. What about your son?
My son is very, like, he's not really big into sports like that. Like, he likes sports, but my son is smart. So he's into, like, coding and building games and doing things like that. Like,
that's
he's
dope.
Smart.
That is dope.
And one of the most respectful children I've ever, like, he's never in his life caught an attitude with me. And I'm so protective over him because when I had her, he was 10 and I didn't have nobody helping me. Like, her dad was not around helping me like that. So he helped me raise my daughter. So what I owe him is it. Like, it's gonna make me cry. What I owe my son is far greater than anything. So that's why I go so hard, because my kids will never want for nothing. Never. As long as I'm breathing and I'm their mother, never.
Love it. Love it.
So,
Respect.
What advice do you have out there for kids? And, like, this is a 2-part question. What advice do you have for kids who are looking for something? Because I know a lot of kids are looking, like, especially males, they want to be athletes, they want to be rappers, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I personally believe you got to have a backup plan.
right.
Because, you know, shout out to all of the people that did make it. You got to be the top, the cream of the crop, but you need to have a backup plan if it doesn't work. So what's your advice for those people, and or kids rather? And second question is, do you offer like a mentorship or something like that for other women who are trying to get in the field? Because one thing that, shout out to Chris, you know what I mean, I'm definitely big on giving my people their roses or flowers or however the saying goes while they're here on earth. Chris's thing for us is that he wants us, one, to teach other people. He wants us to be mentors, and he already offers that. So do you offer that? Are you looking into that? You know, so 2-part question. I know it's going to take a while, but, you know.
Okay, so the first part with the kids, I would say this. Understand that everyone has a gift. Everyone has a talent.
Right.
Okay? That's God-given talent. Whether you got the gift of gab, you got fast feet, you can run routes, you can do whatever, you can dunk, you can do whatever. Understand that that's a talent.
Yep.
Okay? And you're given that. So yes, you should embrace that talent. But what you're never going to be given is knowledge, unless you actually take the time in school to educate yourself and learn certain things and listen and pay attention. Because with knowledge actually comes power. Okay? So you can do so much more with power than you can being able to run a route. The people that pay your check, they have power. You run a route. You are owned by someone that has more power than you. So understand that if you run routes, perfect. If they're paying you, perfect. Now what? Now you go and you take the same check that they're paying you with, and you go and you invest in real estate. And you go and you invest in stocks and annuities, and you make money. You make your money make money, because that's knowledge. Having the knowledge to make more money and to get on the same level is power. So you need to embrace what you're doing. And if you're going to do something and that's your talent, put 100% in that. I'm not a person that says, oh, you give 110%. Like, what is 110? It's 100 or nothing. You know what I mean? Give 100%. 100% of everything that you are, every ounce of you, every fiber, you put in that talent. You study it. That's the thing that people don't understand. They think that, oh, I'm fast, I'm good. No, study your craft. Because you need to perfect that so that you can get to the next level. Because how many people do we know were good in sports but ain't make it? A lot.
Absolutely.
I've watched people sign $40 million contracts and then be broke. Okay? Because they had no knowledge of how to make their money make money. Because what you need to understand ultimately is every person that works for whatever organization, you trying to get in the NBA, you trying to get in the MLB, you trying to get in the NFL, you trying to get in soccer, whatever it is that you're trying to be in, a professional athlete. You have to understand, there are people put in positions, developmental people, what do they call them? Player developmental personnel or whatever. But they work for an organization.
Yeah.
They don't work for you. Your agent works for a company. He doesn't work for you. Your financial advisors work for a company. They don't work for you. So that means when you're broke, they go to the next person.
Right.
You have to understand that.
Yeah.
And you have to educate yourself. Stay educated, stay, embracing your talent, studying it, making that crap. I studied clubs. That's why we're different than anything in the city. I studied them because I knew I was good at hospitality. I was good at understanding a customer service level behind hospitality and how to make money off of that. And just like I told my girls who trusted me, if you work for me, I promise you'll make more money than you ever made in your life in hospitality. My girls are slated to make 6 figures as bottle girls and bartenders.
Wow.
Just off of credit card tips. That ain't even cash.
Wow.
You heard?
Yeah.
Not right now.
You don't like bottle boys?
Nah.
You know, like
You like bottle boy?
I'm just.
Hey,
But hey, there's some.
Whoa.
I know sometimes you get. Hey, like you are a woman who's doing your thing. So I know you get women that's doing their thing that want to come in there and get tables. I'm sure they'd
All the
rather
time.
have
And I'm the man.
a bottle boy rather than a bottle girl.
I don't think so.
No.
Hey, I turned it up.
Yeah. You know.
I'll turn it
You know we're all about look,
Turn it down.
listen,
Child,
we're all about multiple streams of income. So if I gotta be a bottle boy for a weekend, listen, Triple Threat is pulling up. Am I right or wrong?
You dancing?
Am I right or wrong? We're pulling up.
Too, you're a
Huh?
little short.
I'm dancing. I would listen. Listen.
Oh, now you don't want to dance.
I went to we were in Miami last weekend at Rolling Loud.
Ooh, child.
And we went to Bacon. What was it called? Bacon Bitch. It was Bacon Bitch. And the bottle girl dance moves they did. Listen, it made no offense.
This is not a strip club.
Nah, it wasn't strip club moves, but they had like they was getting it. So I feel like if Triple Threat came out there, we'll give y'all a good 2-3 step. We'll do something.
All right. Say less.
So if they ask for a special request, call us.
Talk about it in the next meeting.
We got y'all.
Talk about what?
Talk about it in the next meeting.
Bow ties and everything. I'm not gonna go shirtless though, cause I'm
Views.
I'm
of,
settling into this
Brian
dad
and Vic
bod,
are-
trying to
they're
get it
just them.
together.
It's not me.
Huh?
Okay? The views that are for Brian and Vic has nothing to do
No.
with Chris Bruce Detroit.
Listen,
Logan.
it's called Triple Threat.
It's double threat.
It's
right
not
now.
double threat. It's triple
It's
threat. So if Vic and Brian is doing it,
You're dumb right now.
if Vic and Brian is doing it, Chris will be in the background like he gonna do something. All right,
Chris is gonna be like, I do not condone this.
Hey, speaking of that, I seen that dance step earlier too. Hey, that boy got some
It's
feet
a
on.
little different though.
That boy
A
got
little
some
different.
feet on.
Oh, before we get deep in, well, we're already deep into it, but I do want to give a shout out to Lit. We gave a shout out to what's the strip club again?
Oh.
No, Penthouse. We gave a shout out to Penthouse, saying that that's where Triple Threat started. However, that is actually where the conversation ended. It started
At
at Lit.
Thursday
That's a
night,
fact. That's
It
a fact.
started at Lit.
networking night.
Yeah, it was networking night. Matter of fact, you were sitting there. You probably don't know that that's the conversation
When
that
we were
had it.
sitting
We
at the
were
bar.
sitting at the end of the bar.
I remember.
That's where the conversation started, and it
In
ended.
the middle bar.
Bam. So what did she say? I kind of thought I heard her say something about networking at Lit. Did you
And
say
that's
that
part
earlier?
of the reason why I get a lot of people that are like, well, KP, this would be a real hot spot if you let us smoke in here. I'm sorry. I ain't about to let you smoke marijuana in my club when people are having a cigar doing a deal,
Yeah.
making millions of dollars. I got NFL coaches in here. I got agents in here. I got players in here. I got businessmen in here, entrepreneurs in here, real estate investors in here. I'm sorry, they don't want to talk through your cloud of weed smoke. So no, I'm not doing it. So I take a lot of flack for that as a female, especially from a lot of dudes about weed. I don't care. Like, smoke at home. You know what I tell them? Eat an edible. Go to the moon for all I care. But you ain't about to light up nothing in here.
Yeah.
I got a question for you though. All right, so what's the absolute wrong way to approach you as a man?
Like on a dating tip or hey little mama. Let me holler at you. Hey, why you being so mean? Like, you look so mean, you gotta smile. And I be like, smile cause wrinkles. Like, I'm not trying to talk to you, sir. You know, but nah, like, the thing that we have to battle with too, I feel like women that have their own is like, these females will let anything go. And you be like, they selling you a whole dream, baby girl. Like, you at Disney right now. This is not real. Like, you gonna talk to me the same way you would want someone to talk to your daughter, your mother, or your sister.
Absolutely.
You're not disrespecting me. I'm not your little mama. I'm not a bae. I'm not none of that. Like, it's KP. What do you want from me? And my thing is, why are you trying to talk to me when I'm in my business doing business? Like, do you walk into McDonald's and be like, hey, why are you flipping that burger? Let me holler at you real quick. No, you don't.
Some dudes do.
Well,
though.
KP, they're wearing a different outfit at McDonald's than you're wearing in Lit.
Some do.
Listen.
If we gotta keep it real
And I
here,
set a standard in Lit.
because
so yes.
KP don't sidestep when she come in there.
No, I don't.
Not at all.
No. I
Can we
wear
get some
my
shots of that?
heels. I wear my
Get some shots on
dresses.
the screen.
Everything is in place. Hair, makeup, everything. Because at the end of the day, I'm setting a standard for Tampa. So I want you as a female to feel so uncomfortable even trying to step in here in some flip-flops and some sneakers that you ain't even gonna do it. Because you can be like, heck no. I don't know who's in there. I ain't trying to. And I tell them all the time, you see on my Instagram, girl, come in here and try to block your blessing if you want to. Your husband might be in here and you around here with your flip-flops on like you in Walmart.
Hey, so
Not happening.
is it true
What,
that
we
you
playing
got
truth or dare?
that you got heels for the ladies that show up with no heels?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I
Talk
do.
about
I'll take
hospitality,
their
though.
ideas.
That's next level.
Talk about
Who
hospitality.
else in the Who else in the world is doing that?
Yeah, we have a closet. Some girls be like, I ain't wearing no other heels. Well, baby, you ain't getting in here then. You know, but I tell people all the time, I understand that Tampa is a brunch day party type of vibe right now. That's what we're going for right now in the daytime. Put some heels in your car. I'm not telling you you got to change your clothes. I'm saying you can't come in here in them flats. You know why? Because now you're more inclined to think you could start something. You're going to think twice if you about to break your ankle.
So who provides those heels? You see my business mind is going right now. I'm
Me
like,
or my bottle girls.
I'm like, I can go to Marshall's.
I also don't allow sections in my club without females in them. So if you
Oh, I love that.
If you
That needs to be a rule. Nation, the whole country needs to put that rule on.
if you're a group of 10 guys and you're like, oh KP, I want to book a table, I'm gonna tell you like how many females you got coming. You need at least 2 in the group. I don't care. You pull these chicks from the line. You can't come in here without these females or I'm charging you more for the section. Because it's weird. Like, I'm going to be real with you. It's weird. Us as females looking at sections with all dudes, we be like, yo, somebody got to be gay.
What if it's a bachelor party, though?
No way. All 10 of y'all straight. Ain't
Hey,
no
but
way.
listen, we have.
What about a bachelor party?
If you're a bachelor party, you gon' want females in your section. You out for the last hoorah. Ain't nobody snitching in the club. Let me ask you this.
Yes, they are.
When you
Not
ever
me.
seen cameras in Lit? All the people with money in Lit. When you ever seen somebody walking around video recording everybody? Never. Because I don't allow it. Unless I bring a celebrity and they stay on that section. They never go into other people's section. I have it designed so your business stays your business. My girls sign a non-disclosure. They're not allowed to talk about whatever you got going on.
Ballers, this is a safe place.
Yes, I
this is a safe
literally
place.
rent out my club to athletes on days we're not open and take cell phones and put them in envelopes so you cannot record anything that goes on in here. We have private parties. We do everything. There's none of that. So when we see 10 dudes or we see 3 sections, and I'm like, yo, there's 30 niggas Like, ain't no way ain't nobody gay. Ain't no way.
But listen, she still lets the gay people come in.
Yeah, she has nothing against the gays, by the
I
way.
did a whole
Yeah,
party for Pride. I
She
a whole
did.
party.
You did. That was a couple weeks ago, right?
I did a whole
Yeah.
party for Pride. My best friends come in there. She's a 3 generations.
Yeah, I think you went, right?
Wow.
No,
We tried you.
all
But no, I love it.
Yeah,
but
bro.
but here's my thing. You'll have 10 dudes, right? And then I'd be like, hey, where's your females at? You need me to go get you some fillers? Because you need females in here.
So
And
you
they be like,
saying
nah,
you go
we
get
good.
females for him?
I'll go get females for you. And they'd be like, nah, we good. I'd be like,
Wing Woman of the Year.
okay.
Now, but I like that though because I hate going into a club and the ratio of men to women it'd be like 10 men to 1 woman. I don't like that.
No.
I ain't come to the
We
club
have
to
a
that.
lot of females. Some of them I would advise you don't speak too long to because they're looking and choosing. But you need them. You need fillers in the club. You need those girls.
We come to spend. One thing about Triple Threat, when we come in the club, we spend. So listen, we can't drink all the liquor
I
ourselves.
don't think of the 1942.
Hey,
boys.
y'all already know what time it is.
They are the
Hey.
42 boys.
Yes,
These
sir.
two.
Hey,
And how fast you get your bottles in 3 to 5 minutes?
you right. You right.
See, me and KP on the same team.
Don Julio, we still.
We ain't gonna talk about it because
Don Julio is.
See,
Wait a minute.
see.
We got Migos as friends.
We gonna cut that. We gonna cut that out.
No, we're not cutting that.
Editors, edit that out, please.
We gonna please.
42
42 ain't even the same
Is
42
about
as you was drinking
the
before.
price. It ain't about the taste.
It's about the feeling. The next.
Don
day.
Julio, we would like a
If you
sponsorship.
ask me, Class
Yeah, Vic.
Azul tastes better. No.
Ew.
No?
You lost me on that one, cuz.
All right, well.
Classic.
I'm sticking to
Azul,
that. That's because
No, but listen. One thing I want to say though, too, though,
we
is
gonna
that-
talk about that. That's what we gonna do in front of company. You ain't
One thing I want to say though that I like about you, KP, too, is that you big on family,
Yeah.
and you always have your sister. You know what I'm saying, right by your
Everywhere.
side. And I love
AP. What
I
is
love
AP
that.
from the 813? What is it?
8P and the 813.
AP and 813. She's one of the dopest. What's her title?
She is my general manager.
General manager. But again, you work for KP, you're gonna do whatever she asks you to do. So AP is also like a bartender, right? One of the best bartenders, bro.
Yeah. I taught her how to bartend, brought her to Lit. She's worked at Hooters with me, brought her to Hooters. Everywhere I've gone, I brought my sister with me. I learned that at a young age from my dad. Like, it's only me and her. And it's me, my sister, my dad, and my mom. We moved down here. My parents moved down here with a Hyundai and a 13-inch TV and $400. We didn't have nothing. We moved to Cape Coral where my grandmother was at. She kicked us out real quick. The relationship between her and my dad was very estranged for 23 years. They got back on good terms when I got pregnant with my daughter. We started talking back to her. She has dementia now, so it's a little difficult because we haven't seen her really during COVID. But like, he's always instilled that in us. Like, anytime my dad would ask me, like, where's your sister? I would be like, she's right there. She's right there. So, like, my sister is, and it's crazy because growing up, we didn't really talk to each other. Like, when we talk about it all the time, like, we weren't really that close because we're 5 years apart. But as soon as I got pregnant with my son and I moved out, we've been thick as thieves. Like, you see her, you see me, and vice versa. So, and she's real, like, mellow, quiet, like, she ain't gonna say nothing, but she will pop all the way off. Like, but I'm very big on keeping those closest to me. Like, Fox is not my blood, but that's my family. Like, I taught her how to bartend. I taught Escarlene how to bartend. Like, the girls that work for me, I've brought them with me from here. And I've told them, I'm taking you wherever I go, but we got to do this the right way.
Yeah.
Much respect.
Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Any last questions for KP? Y'all got out there because
I feel like KP is a 2-part interview person, man. Like, I feel like we can go on and on and on and on.
really
with
could.
KP.
Because a lot of people, I'm telling you,
Live
the high
energy,
value woman of the year.
energy.
I'm
The
trying.
city
Conversations
got
that people
questions.
ask me about you is crazy. Like,
I'm gonna go as far as to say this is the the queen of Tampa. Do y'all agree?
Facts.
You agree?
I mean,
Queen of
I'm
Tampa.
trying to just build and cultivate a vibe that is just for our culture and our community, and to let people know, like, bro, you could say whatever you want, but you need us.
Yeah.
You need us for your business. We spend more money than anybody. But we deserve to be treated a certain way too.
Absolutely.
We valued a certain way.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a strong believer in curses of oppression being broken. We got more black millionaires, more black entrepreneurs, more black women entrepreneurs, and myself included, because I'm Cape Verdean, we African. I know y'all be thinking we lying, but we not. We African.
Light-skinned African.
We light-skinned African. We got some dark skins and some real fair skin. But we are, like, we get so much pushback sometimes that it's like, I'm dead set on making sure that I know I'm going to do my part. If I'm doing my part, I'm going to influence other people to do theirs. I don't charge people to talk. Oh, your second part question. I don't charge people to talk to me for mentorship. So many people from DC, Raleigh, like, have reached out to me, and we've had conversations, long conversations, like, this is what you need to do. You have to stay firm in what you want for your business. Like, don't falter to conformity. Don't conform to what they want you to be. You have to set yourself apart. So you want me to be the club that lets you smoke weed, but I ain't gonna be. You know what I mean? You want me to be the club that lets you wear what you want to wear and wear flip-flops, but we not gonna be. Because Liv didn't. You don't go to Miami and try them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real. You don't go to these white people things and try them. You don't walk around Walmart and roll up and smoke. You don't. So you're not gonna disrespect my stuff either.
But I think some people from Tampa can't even afford to go to Miami.
They really can't. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't afford to go to Miami, you can't afford to. I think people need to realize, like, if you travel, like I've traveled outside of the country, you've traveled outside of the country, you've traveled outside of the country. Once you travel outside of the country and you realize how big this world is and see architecture and things that you've never seen before, your drive is to never have to be stuck here. So it's unfortunate for those that are stuck in, I just know Tampa. I've never been on a plane. I've never been this.
Yeah.
But for you to say, oh, well, it's my environment, it's my status, it's what I grew up in. That's a choice. That's a choice, because we all have the same choices.
Agreed.
We can go to school, we can do what we need to do, or we can be bad and we can do what we ain't supposed to do. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Because everybody's given the same right by God, choice. We're not perfect. We drink our drink. We talk our shit every day. But the goal is to be better than you were yesterday.
Facts.
He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for progression. And that's the goal. Goal is, if Tampa's all you've ever seen, then Tampa should be what you don't want to see no more. If you ain't been on no airplane, you need to be like, you know what my next goal is? My next goal is to get on a plane. That's what your next goal should be. Yeah. Because I see a whole lot of $35,000 chains around here.
Are they real though?
They're
Right, I was about to
financed.
say. Finance.
Financed. I see
If
a
you
whole
see these
lot of
niggas
capping.
running in when it started raining, you remember?
No, that's what I was telling about.
When we was at Rolling Loud and it started raining, it was a lot of niggas. It was like, oh,
You know what I see? I see a lot of the money that starts from here and goes all the way up to the ear, but then when you bring them the check, they can't hear you. Oh, what happened to the money that went to the ear?
Hey,
Oh,
that just reminded me about something.
ooh, look at it, look at it.
Uh-oh.
Have y'all ever thought about having a
First
A
of all, why are you
diamond
talking
tester.
in your key sweat voice?
diamond?
You see him?
tester at the front door?
This my ladies. My name is MVP
Nah,
Vic.
because you know what?
Holla at me.
What you do in the dark gonna come to the light. So if you capping, you capping. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But we gonna know one thing. When all 10 of y'all get this check, and then they gotta come to me and say, KP, they don't want to pay. Oh, well, don't want to ain't an option.
Nah, you just gonna get 10 different cards.
No, I say, sir,
Couple of
I
them,
need my
couple
money.
of them all black cards.
You gonna get 10 different cards.
Prepaid at that.
You know what I tell them? This look like this ain't gonna work. I need a cash app. Send me the cash app. This look like this ain't gonna work. This too decline. we ain't trying to get.
You got another one?
No. And I tell them they got one shot. It decline, get some cash app. Get a Venmo.
Well, there you have it.
I have one more question. So is Lit the, correct me if I'm wrong, is Lit the only minority owned club downtown?
Yes.
Okay.
Salute to that, because I
That's
mean,
big.
we know, we ain't gonna mention it, but we know what happened before during COVID. The person that owned Franklin Street, right?
And it's where? Right next door.
Right next door. So, you know, for her to be the first off,
So support your minorities, pull up
minority.
the Lit, you know?
plus minority plus female. I don't know about y'all. I don't know another female owner that owns a club. Not personally.
You got 7th and Grove. You got 7th and Grove. You can't forget 7th and Grove.
for sure. I don't know
forget
personally, but 7th and Grove.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, though, I don't know anybody else.
Nah. They're the only two. The only two. As far as we know.
It's definitely a male dominated industry.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's a lot of conversations you don't really want to have with men about your respect. But if I'm not firm about my respect, then I don't see it no different than a dude. You ain't gonna disrespect no dude.
I love it. I love it. Any last words, KP?
No. I mean, I think we covered all bases. I mean, I'm ready to talk about whatever y'all ready to talk about.
We're gonna have a part two. Let's.
So should we have
a part two?
You want to talk about these Titans or not? Oh, okay. Because you seen that ring though.
All right, Matt,
Historic.
wait. Before we go out,
The Eagles are nice
since we go,
too.
before we go out,
are the champions.
Y'all are.
No time for losers, because we are the
Shout out to the Bucks.
Before
We're
we go
glad
out.
y'all
Shout
brought
out to
the
my
ring.
dogs,
I'm not from
William
Tampa.
Golson, Jamel Dean, Cam Gill, all the Buccaneers,
Go ahead, get the
Josh
shout-outs.
Pearson, all y'all that come through,
Yep.
support Lit. I love y'all. Then my dogs, Ray
Absolutely.
Green, all y'all.
We cannot
Shout out to y'all.
not congratulate y'all. Congratulations.
other
We
players
appreciate
from all
y'all.
the other teams.
The
Y'all be
city
rocking
is
with
going up because
shout
of y'all.
out to y'all. But
and the
wait,
Lightning too.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I had a Titan
forget the
in there the
Lightning.
other day. Janoris Jenkins came in.
Yeah, that's my yeah.
That ain't your dog.
But let's talk about this.
That's why he
though.
stopped. He
Let's
gonna
talk
be-
about this though.
That's my.
Let's
I
talk
went
about
to this
this.
restaurant. It
player.
was bomb. So what is it called?
So-
Soul Food something on Sefner. It's great, guys.
So why are the Titans gonna be on the big screen and Lit for the first 3 weeks of the season?
They're not going to be, because here's what I'm gonna do. We have a little bit of a challenge.
Tell them
Vic
about
and
it.
I. He's challenging me not to eat meat
Okay.
for what, 21 days?
So he got you one of them
30.
crazy ass challenges
Wow.
too.
Do
huh?
I need to pull up the
Okay,
receipts?
30 days. He's challenging me from August 1st to the end of August not to eat meat. Okay. Here's the thing about Vic that he don't know about KP. KP fasts all the time. My fast usually lasts 21 to 30 days.
Okay.
I will literally eat fruits, vegetables, grains, and drink water. I'll be good. Because in this purpose, I decided, you know what? There's some things I need a little bit of clarity on. So I'm going to turn his challenge into a fast. I'm going to get closer to my God, and I'm going to now manifest the blessing I'm looking for on his behalf while he watching the Titans on my patio.
So what's his L? What does he?
He gets to watch the Titans outside on the patio.
No.
Okay.
While the Bucks, who are going to win another championship, are on my big, huge screen, 4 TVs that make up one screen above the stage. He thought I
think
was
that's
going to play
possible.
the Titans there.
It's very possible.
No.
And I'll even take pictures of my meals and send it to him, so he know I ain't capping.
So when did this bet start?
First of all, who starts a bet in the middle of the month?
Today's the last day.
When did it start?
He tried to get me like 2 days before
When did
the
it
day
start?
it started. He's like, all right,
Vic's
so
bets
start
are
like 2 days.
crazy,
Start
yo.
2 days from
Crazy.
now. Like,
His
okay,
bet for
stop
me was to
eating
wake
meat.
up at 5 a.m. every day. For what?
It was 30
I get it.
days.
It was a discipline thing. Yeah, it was for 30 days. I get it. It's about discipline. But then
He wakes
I
up.
challenge
at
you to
10.
drink
Vic
Casamigos
is also
for
the
30 days.
devil.
That's fine.
Wow.
I challenge you to drink.
Wow.
I challenge you to drink Hennessy for 30 days.
No 42.
I'm not. No.
Why not?
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Scared.
Hennessy. 30 days.
I could do the. Can it be Reposado? At
Jameson.
least.
Yeah, it can be Repo. Don't turn into.
That sounds hard. I'm not gonna lie. No 42 the whole month of August.
I wish we had a button that was like that. Yeah, we got to get a button like that. Let's
I don't
change
know.
the buttons to that.
Okay, so let's do it.
You're up, kid.
Let's do it. Don't nobody bring me no 42.
I challenge you to eat me
You
for
got
30
42
days.
all over this place.
Nah.
42,
It starts tomorrow. We said August. We said August. So just know that bottle gonna be going by tonight.
So you going outside?
No.
We outside.
I ain't going.
So listen, we're gonna have another episode with KP because listen,
Yeah, we got to have
the
another
thing
one.
about it is that she's a club owner, she's an entrepreneur, but she's a mogul, right? I think a lot. This is the beginning for her.
Yeah.
She's gonna be on stages. I see big things for her, KP. So we're gonna have to have her back on the show. Shout out to everybody that's watching.
I think we should have her back on the show for her birthday though. KP's birthday is,
September 27th.
and her party is.
September 25th.
Where's your party gonna be?
Oh, it's the hottest nightclub in the city called Lit.
And what's the dress code?
All white,
All
upscale.
white.
Queen of the South.
Show up late. Godly. You might not get in.
You won't.
You won't get in.
You
So-
won't, because we close the door at 1 o'clock because it'd be too many people.
Wait, so what time we gotta get there?
Like 12.
12. We'll be there 11.
After I win my award, we'll come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh, you
Yeah,
winning
we
an
gotta.
award?
We gotta.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that another.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it another time. Yeah, we can't talk about it right now. But you know, Triple Threat doing big things.
That's
Triple
why I
Threat doing
asked,
big
we
things.
got, you know what I'm saying? We gotta.
We gotta
Yeah.
make
Listen,
this
everybody
we
that's
might
watching on
need a little-
YouTube, if y'all rock with KP, man, make sure y'all
Send a text.
flood the comments.
Yes.
Flood the comments on YouTube. If you listen to this on iTunes or wherever you're listening to, make sure you tag her on the episode at
KP on the mic. How ironic, right?
Mm-hmm. And what's Lit's IG again?
At Lit Tampa.
And if
Simple.
people are trying to book,
Contact lit at littampa.com or 813-638-6966. Just shoot me a text. Don't call me. Shoot me a text and just be like, hey, KP, I'm looking to get a section. And I'm going to text you.
They gonna
I
be
don't
on your
answer phone calls. I will send you a message that says, this is Lit. How can I help you?
fellas. You got to make. She said 6 figures, 7 figures. You don't make 7 figures. Don't even try to slide in her DM because it's not gonna work.
I mean,
You better come with it.
what are we here for? If you a man, you're supposed to provide. I do believe in gender roles. I do believe in you the provider, me the carrier of the household.
Lord,
I
this is
believe
a
in
whole nother episode. You go ahead and stop
Next
right there
episode.
because this is a
Next
whole
episode.
nother
I do
episode.
believe in that.
Matter of fact, we're gonna have another episode with KP talking about relationships,
and gender roles.
gender
Because
roles.
some of y'all females out here is really tripping. Like, y'all be thinking this is enough.
Does it all,
And
right?
this is enough. Like, man, they can do that anywhere. Y'all don't know how to cook. Y'all don't know how to clean. You ain't got no sheets on your bed. You taking Instagram pictures. Y'all got nerve. That's what y'all got. Nerve.
Hey, that's gonna be.
I'm like, damn, she ain't
The
got a throw pillow.
the infamous picture of the backside. That's all you got. Oh, all right.
Like, okay,
That's
there's
it.
no
It's
sheets
the
on
backside
the bed,
picture.
ma'am.
Stop taking.
We
closet
know.
is
We
dirty.
saw your mattress on the floor.
What is going
we
on
tired.
here?
Look, we saw it.
What are
He was
you
in one
doing?
of the
We're gonna
pictures.
say that.
one more
We're gonna say
thing.
that. Well, yeah.
Where your kids at? Why your kids ain't on your IG? You
Wait.
Oh shit, she had kids?
Wait. This is
On the
big.
first day of
I
school,
never knew she had
we
kids.
know on the first day of school and
Not
on
me.
Christmas
I'm just saying in
and on
general. You
Thanksgiving,
got that
because
statement like, damn.
She thankful for her kids on Thanksgiving. You be like, damn, where the kids been all year?
Change the
Right.
batteries.
Right.
on the smoke detector.
Please. I am tired of y'all going IG live and I'm hearing them damn batteries going.
With your dirty mirror.
Look.
And you're broken blind.
Nah, dog.
Or is that theirs? Is that mine?
I hear one beep. It's over with. Hey, I gotta go to the store up the street.
And change
I gotta
them
go to
all.
Wawa.
The
Give me
only
a
beeps
nine.
that I can withstand is the seatbelt beeps, okay?
No, but is you trying to die?
I need to change
Put
it
your
because I
seatbelt
do
on
have a
while you
Jeep
in the
and Jeeps
video.
tend to roll, so I need to get my life together.
You
You
need
know,
to put a seatbelt on because that thing ride like a little.
they do, man.
Teslas don't stop.
I love the way my Jeep
Listen,
looks, but I
listen.
don't think I could do it no more.
We're gonna end this one because we gotta have a follow
Why
up.
we ending?
We're
What
gonna
they
end the
gotta
follow up.
do?
We're gonna end the follow up.
KP ain't ready to go.
We're gonna do a follow up. Listen, if y'all watching this,
We about to record the follow up next. Watch.
Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please.
Yep.
Make sure you follow us on Patreon as well. If you're tapped into iTunes or whatever, wherever you're watching this, let us know. Tag us. We're gonna have all the Instagram profiles in the description as well. Flood KP's IG. Let her know you rock with this episode. Please do. And we're gonna have more fire episodes coming soon.
Used to look for the rainy days to help wash my pain away. Now I don't make a payment late. New estate got my name on the gate. That's what my granny call amazing grace. Let me park the IA so I can take the